I've been messing with my hair since I was a teenager. You can't hide, can you? It says something about who you are. My name's Katie Archibald, and I'm a track cyclist for Team GB. I dyed my entire hand green the first time that I went with that mess around. But oddly enough, my sport, I wear a helmet all the time. I spend so much of my life with it all tied away, which means it's a privilege to go a bit nuts with it sometimes.
I'm Lisa Farrell and I am an award-winning celebrity session stylist. What I'm looking forward to the most about meeting these athletes is hearing their story. We all come from different places all over the UK, but what got you where you are today? I want to hear about the journey and then the destination. What's next? Hi, come on down.
Hello.
So lovely to meet you.
Likewise. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah.
Let's get you
Excited.
in here. So, we're doing a big transformation today.
Yeah, new haircut, new life.
New life?
Yeah.
Say no more. Let's get you over to get your hair washed. So, Google tells me you came into cycling quite late and your accent's definitely not Cockney, so tell me about that.
Yeah, it's always, well, it never feels late to you, it feels like just the right time. You get riders like Laura Kenny, that I think she's been national champion in something from about age 6, but I didn't start racing until I was 16.
And your first gold medal, how was that? What was that feeling like, that rush, that excitement? How did you celebrate?
Do you get flow as a hairdresser?
Like rhythm and flow.
Like if you hear people talk about being in a state of flow, a flow state.
No, I mean, maybe in yoga.
With sport, it's only happened to me very rarely. I can probably count on one hand these sort of almost religious experiences that you have of just being totally removed from the world. And that was what the Rio final was like for me. It was like a very kind of defining moment of just really emptying everything into this one physical performance that has such an emotional attachment to it.
Great Britain are going to bring this home. It'll be another gold medal for Great Britain in a new world record time.
And I would recommend, if you ever get a chance to get an Olympic start line.
Yeah, can I borrow your bike? Give it a go. Can you start at 35?
I don't know if I get the insurance. My bike terrifies me traveling with it.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a Hope Lotus bike. Lotus is this famous bike that Chris Boardman rode that's kind of infamous in the cycling community.
Have you had injuries? Like, you're going so fast.
Yeah, my brother, he really hates watching the racing because he just can't handle the crashes. But when you're actually in it, when you're in the melee, you only have to deal with the circle that surrounds you, and it's much less stressful than having to watch everybody else.
And I bet you can't even think about it, because if you think about it, you'd psych yourself out, right?
Like when you're in the stand ready to go up and everyone's got big headphones on, a lot of it's not that they're trying to hype themselves up with the music, you're just trying to escape the stressful world that's going on the outside.
And do you find support from like family, teammates? Like, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, my mum loves coming to all the races actually. She's, I'm such a horrible daughter. You know, sometimes if I don't think it's gone well, she'll be really nice and she'll be like, oh, well done, you were fantastic. And I'm like, Mum, I wasn't though. I was literally 7th.
Why are you lying?
Yeah, what are you lying for? Say I come 4th, whatever, and she'll be like, oh, tough lines. And I'll be like, what are you talking about? I think I did really well. It's just like, you're always cruelest to the people that you love, aren't you?
100%. And mums are always the ones that get it, because they're the ones that are supporting you all the time. Mm-hmm. So whereabouts in Scotland are you from? Tell me about your accent, like.
Yes, I'm from Mulgai, which is it's right at the start of the West Highland Way. I love it all. And I've loved all that. We've had quite a few major events at my home track in Glasgow, and it's my favourite venue, but it's not actually my favourite track. Like, the track itself is quite harsh. It's got like harsh transitions. It's quite steep. It's fun in that it's aggressive, but it's not always the fastest. It's quite a big deal, the patriotism that's attached to sport, and especially because Chris Hoy's such an icon of track cycling for us. The pride of having that emblem as a Scot and as a track cyclist, and the fact that he really carries the image that you have of him as a national hero is totally accurate. You know, you're not meant to meet your heroes and all that, and anytime I've spent time with Chris Hoy, he's just the most kind of gracious, open, interesting, thoughtful character. And to be connected to him through this sport and through Meadowbank, which is the track that we both started track cycling on, I don't know, it feels quite cool to me, it feels quite special.
So obviously cycling is a huge part of your life. What do you do to like wind down? I know you're a keen writer.
Yeah, I'm trying to stop myself winding down on quite such public platforms. I think that's sometimes you get yourself in a knot. Certainly my dad gets annoyed that I've detailed so much of my private life in a Cycling Weekly column. But I really love writing. I really love the high that you get. I am just a bit guilty of going down the odd rabbit hole in a sort of excitable way and only realizing, 500 words deep that maybe this isn't as revolutionary as you thought it was.
And where do you get like your inspiration to write?
So it's all really been open to me through cycling. So most of the time it's about the sport, about life in sport, about the kind of insights that you get. Yeah, just the life that goes on at these different venues. And I was in Paris last weekend, realizing how many of these different bathroom stalls I'd cried in, And in contrast, I'm racing in London this weekend, which I'm going to look very smart for. I'm very excited.
I can't believe you're going to put a helmet on, to be honest.
I know, it's outrageous, isn't it? But London's one of those venues that I've just got so many, like sometimes the happy memories make me sad. There's like a tinge of what's been in the past and won't be there in the future. But I just have so many good memories from times at London Velodrome and the like bone-shaking noise of the crowd that always turns up to that venue. Yeah, something pretty special. So
you and Laura Kenny, you've got a sisterhood bromance. Tell me about that. Have you got any funny stories?
All of the ones. Everything's funny with Laura. She's very giggly. She's superb at getting something if you need it because she's got that fantastic smile on her face and people don't realise that she's saying something actually quite demanding. But I love being her teammate. It's always like a good atmosphere when you've got someone that just wants to mess around. But we're kind of at the far end of she does everything hyperspeed and I'm usually dragging my feet. So it's either yin and yang or we're quite different people and that will cause issues at times. But so far it's always led to success, so it must be the right balance.
Oh, how does that feel? What a transformation!
Yeah, that feels absolutely fabulous, that does.
Feel good?
Yeah, feel very good.
Banging. Nothing else to say, but get on your bike.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Thanks,
Lovely
Jill.
to see you.
Likewise.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I feel fantastic. I mean, we've all had a bit of a laugh and something feels really good about the confidence you get from being spruced up. I was trying really hard not to overreact when I had my head massaged and I was just like, just play it cool, don't make it weird. But that was fantastic. So yeah, I've had a really nice time.